Evaluate the integral from 0 to 3 of 2x over the square root of 9 minus x squared. Well, this looks like quotient rule and chain rule mixed into one whole terrible problem. What you do if you have something like this for integration is you choose a u that looks like its derivative is somewhat lingering around. It looks like if I take the derivative of the stuff inside the square root, I get something awfully close to 2x. So I'm going to let u equal 9 minus x squared. Take the derivative of that, du dx is going to equal negative 2x. Flip-flop the dx and the negative 2, and you get du over negative 2x equals dx. Now let's take this guy and substitute all this stuff and do some integrating with respect to u. Now keep in mind, my limits of integration are still 0 and 3, but those happen to be with the x values, not with these brand new u values. Okay, so I'm going to write out 2x over the square root of u, and then dx becomes du over negative 2x. Oh, happy day, the 2x crosses out. I can bring out this whole negative. Now, while I'm at it, this is what I have now, and it's not pretty. I don't like that. So I'm going to kill two birds with one stone right here. Okay, I'm going to move that upstairs and call it u to the negative 1/2. U to the negative 1/2 du. All right, now my limits of integration are still 0 and 3. I can't forget that. And again, those have to do with x, not with u. We'll deal with that when we have to deal with that. Negative is lingering. Okay, you are going to be 1 over negative 1/2 plus 1, which is a positive 1/2, u to the negative 1/2 plus 1, which is positive 1/2. My limits of integration are still going to be 0 and 3, but with the x's. Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit. Let's bring that 1 over 2, flip it and multiply it to the top to get you negative 2. Let's rewrite this back as the square root of u, with my limits of integration being 0 and 3. But again, my limits of integration are 0 and 3 for the x, not the u. What does that mean? I have to substitute that guy back in for u. So that's going to look like negative 2 times the square root of 9 minus x squared with limits of integration at 0 and 3. This is where we do the whole antiderivative of b minus antiderivative of a thing and set up my brackets and do negative 2 square root 9 minus 3 squared, like that, minus bracket negative 2 square root 9 minus 0 squared bracket. The left one becomes negative 2. Probably should move that out there. Negative 2 square root of 0. Big square root, little number. Minus negative 2 square root of 9 minus 0. So you just completely go away. And we have a double negative, 2 times 3, which becomes positive 6. Interesting problem.